In this video, I want to talk about Michael Madsen, the actor Michael Madsen. And I was doing a video on Reservoir Dogs, Mr. Blonde, the part that he played in the film. And then I kind of thought, like, I'll just talk about him in a different way instead of just talking about that particular part, because that's the part that he's most famous for, let's just say, Mr. Blonde, which originally he wanted to play Mr. Pink because he wanted to be in a film with Harvey Keitel beforehand. Some film, I can't remember. And he wanted that part because he had more scenes with Harvey Keitel. But Quentin Tarantino said to him, look, you finished auditioning for Mr. Pink. You're not going to be Mr. Pink. Either you're going to be Mr. Blonde or you're not in the film. Now, I like that when people do things like that because it sets you straight away instead of saying, oh, I've got to be, diplomatic and, so much time is wasted in talking to people in a roundabout way so you don't hurt their feelings. If their feelings get hurt by something like that, you probably don't want them around anyway, right? So Michael Madsen makes everything look so easy. I can't think of any film, the ones that I've seen, of course, I haven't seen all of his movies. I can't think of any film that he was in that he wasn't better than everyone in it. You think of Reservoir Dogs, he was the best thing in it. Harvey Keitel was the main draw of the movie. He helped getting the movie Reservoir Dogs made with Quentin Tarantino. If it wasn't for Harvey Keitel, Reservoir Dogs probably would not have been made, right? So then again, there's a lot of stuff that goes on behind the scenes in Hollywood. Who they can trust, who they can't trust, because it is a propaganda network as well. Understandable. You have to understand that. People have to understand that. It's a propaganda network. And basically what the propaganda is aimed towards more than anything else is World War II, right? So that anything to do with World War II that's produced by Hollywood, you can bet your ass that it's got nothing to do with what really happened. Okay, so I won't go down that road anyway. So Michael Madsen, every film he was in, he was the best thing in it. You think of Donnie Brasco. It was some interview he done about Donnie Brasco, and he was talking, I think he was talking to Stephen Baldwin in this interview, and Stephen Baldwin asked him, he said, like, is there any actors that you were with and you just thought they were terrible? And he said, yeah, Johnny Depp. And it's not even that he is terrible in Donnie Brasco, he's just boring. Just watch the performance again. And I say to you, watch the performance again. You look at Michael Madsen in Donnie Brasco. He was way better than Al Pacino. He's another actor who I don't think is that much. He was that great either. He seems to try too hard and try in an area where, like, if you look at Michael Madsen, it comes off him like ease. It's with ease with the guy because he's got something else going on within him where he's not a pretentious human being or whatever you call it, but like he's not pretentious, right? So he just says what he wants to say and says what he means, right? So when you look at all these performances, he gives them in a different kind of way where it's not coming from, oh, I'm a movie star, I'm this and I'm that, and aren't I great in this film, and but he makes every film look, every performance in every film that he has done, he makes it look like it's just done with ease, but obviously there's a lot of skill behind it as well. He's a well-crafted actor as well. But think of any film that I can think of any film that he's been in. He's one of my favorite actors. I think that he's one of the best actors. I think he should have been used maybe even a lot more in a lot of movies. I think he wasn't used all that much because every time he was in a film with a so-called big actor like Al Pacino or let's just say Johnny Depp in the same film, he made them all look like they weren't very good. And these guys are getting a hell of a lot of money in each film, right? Big actors and stuff. And they're okay in some films, but they're not great actors, though. It's the same as Leonardo DiCaprio and stuff. They have a certain PR team behind them. But if you actually just watch them and forget about the nonsense that's been put into your head through the media and how great these people are in films and stuff, and you just take a look at them, do that with Johnny Depp's performance in Donnie Brasco, and you'll look at it and you'll see, geez, this guy is not a good actor. He's got a good look on screen, perhaps, maybe, but he's not really a great actor. So Michael Madsen is an excellent actor in movies. He's brilliant. Everything he was in, he outshined everyone in any movie he was in. So yeah, so that's all I really want to say about that. I just wanted to talk about that a tiny bit. And, they're just movies in the end of the day. That's all they are. They're just movies. They're just make-believe. It's not really where we should put all our focus on. There's a bit of entertainment for when we're outside of when we're doing other stuff. There was one interesting comment he made. He was talking on some interview and he was talking about, someone said, as a fellow human being. And he turned around and he said, well, I don't know about that. I don't know about fellow human being. We're more like animals than we are human beings. And that's 100% correct. We are, everyone you see out there, right, is an animal. Is an animal. They're not human beings. There's only very few, there is human beings on the planet, right? But that's because people live in delusion. They think that we're not human beings. Okay, we're animals. Okay, now there is human beings on the planet, but they're highly evolved out of animals into being human beings. You're not born a human being, you're born an animal. And then you can become a human being through a lot of hard work, self-awareness work on yourself and things such as that. You'd have to dedicate yourself and you'd have to sacrifice a hell of a lot to become a human being. And you can't become a human being. It can happen to you, but you can't become a human being. So really what we are is we are animals, and he's dead right. And that showed me as well that he has a lot going on for him in the area of understanding what we are as a species as well. And that was another good film he was in, Species, another very good film. And he outshone everyone in that movie as well. Ben Kingsley, the guy on Schindler's List and all that crap. But anyway, we won't go into that. But like, all these actors that are supposed to be so great, and I don't know. I don't think they're all that great, to be honest. I think actors like are very far and few between, like Michael Madsen, are way better than a lot of these people. Watch any film with Michael Madsen, and then you pick apart how easily he does his performance and how convincing he is in his performance, and you see the other so-called higher actors, and they're nowhere near as good as he is.